All right, so this is the second video from Halo Haley that we see. Last one was pretty interesting regarding the technology and how bad it's getting. This one, it talks to me because I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. There's iPad kids, and these creatures eventually they're going to run society. I can't lie. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Halo, let's get it.
The consequences of Gen Alpha using technology so frequently during their most crucial periods of development is legitimately going to change the world for the worst.
Enjoy this time.
Your hobby is offering support to your kiddo who's in full blown Wi Fi Roblox detox because you're torturing them with a Disney cruise. I mean, you tortured them before. I mean, she is so on point. It is the developing years. These were very important milestones. Usually happen, and that's how you learn where you exist in reference to yourself, things outside of yourself. And I think this is most likely one of the reasons why all of them are going to be just so stupid.
I'm on the cruise, okay? You'll get Wi-Fi, but it's gonna hurt.
They're all like that, huh? They yell and they scream, they stomp, so crazy, and pretty old kids too. It is bad.
Having it for a while, but it'll get better, okay? Each day will get better. And it'll be easier and easier to live without Wi-Fi, okay?
This kid is on a cruise and not
Depending on the room you book, the Disney cruise can exceed prices of híjole, $12,000 for 7 days. These kids don't know how good they have it. Um, well, a couple of things. Very suspicious of cruises, but yeah, that's harsh.
just any cruise, a Disney cruise. I am not exaggerating to you guys when I say that going on a family vacation on the Disney cruise was every single Gen Z's child's dream when we were younger. We would have killed for
Disney
a ticket on
cruise.
this boat of magic.
Fuck, man. I would have killed to go just at Six Flags, Disney cruise. Oh my god, that would have been bussin'.
An adventure. But that's just simply not the case anymore. These kids have to be calmed down and consoled by their parents because they're throwing tantrums over not being able to access the Wi-Fi to play.
Listen, Roblox is no fucking joke. Roblox is IRL online GTA experiences. I was, I mean, there's everything. There's absolutely anything and everything. It is so fucking weird. It is so weird. You got exploitation, you got scamming, you got all these fun experiences and these crazy ass games. I mean, what's not to like?
Their stupid online games when they're literally on the Disney cruise. Here's just a very
Unlimited soft serve. You know that shit was like $500 for the quick bites. Is it too long? Nah, you're fine. Grab a pizza, taco, burger, salad, and more between meals or while lounging by the pool. Oh man, 7 days, I would be so fat. Sodas and more Enjoy all you care to enjoy soft drinks, coffee, and tea. Available on deck and at table service restaurants. Water stations are also available throughout the ship. Listen, there's no chance that all the like bundles included this. This this has to be like this has to be extra for sure. For sure.
Small amount of things that are included on a Disney cruise for kids to do. There is
No fucking way. No way.
literally unlimited soft serve ice cream and
Well, now I'm wondering, what are the bites? Is it jerky?
all you can drink soda. There's a scavenger hunt based in Andy's room from Toy Story that kids can participate in. There's an intergalactic play space for the Star Wars fans where you can pretend to fly a starship and customize your own like you're on Pimp My Ride, and private karaoke rooms for you and your siblings. That is literally the tip of the iceberg of what's available to do on these cruises. And you're telling me that these Gen Alpha kids
Damn.
don't care and that none of that
This is what happens when your brain is fried. He's got a fucking towel on his head to not deal with the sun glare. Sheesh.
is good enough and still just want to continue rotting their brains on their iPad?
I mean, how can you blame them, honestly? Because you have to know. I mean, there's no lying here. These parents, they gave them the iPad, they gave them the phone, right? So that's how they live their life for most of the time since they were, I don't know how long. So I guess that's on them, most of it. But that's the thing. This is gonna make a bunch of stupid little bitches.
All day? Even though they do that at home?
But that's the thing. They did it for so long. They can't stop. It's addiction. Everything is made to be addictive. So crazy.
Ungrateful ass brats, if I do say so myself.
I mean, who's ungrateful, right? You wanted to be in peace when you were watching TV or when you were working or whatever the fuck you were doing. You gave your kid the iPad. That's on you. You're the stupid ass who did that. Be a fucking parent. Take care of your children like a normal person and be grateful then that your children are not stupid. But now you had to give them the iPad. You had to give them the iPad. That's on you, man.
And this video that was uploaded to TikTok is the exact reason why these kids are acting out as much.
Oh, look at that. Unfortunately, I did in fact raise an iPad kid because I enjoy peace in public. Exactly. Exactly. People, they can't handle hardship. They can't handle anything whatsoever. They want to have it easy. This is not how you raise children. You bring them outside, and if they misbehave, you whip them. I mean, that's how I was raised, and look at me. Don't do that.
They are nowadays, because this woman likes to say her child is behaving in public because of the use of the iPad and the headphones. So she
I mean, okay. So we got the iPad kids right now, right? So this is the easy way, right? Not cool. You had the TV kids, right? So it used to be that you watch TV and you shove them outside, right? Not too bad, not too cool. But the generation before that, they used to fucking put alcohol on pacifiers, right? That's another fucking level. And you wonder why, like, your parents or your parents' parents are so stupid. Is because their parents and their parents' parents, they used to do the same shit, right? But with different resources. They didn't have iPads, so a little bit of booze in the pacifier, That's gonna make your child sleep for a while. How about that? I mean, everybody's stupid anyway.
She's completely removed from the reality around her, but this is not behaving. This is occupying her for the meantime. And there's a massive difference between
This brain rot. This actual brain rot.
the two. So all you're telling
You're preventing your child from reading labels on boxes, learning about nutritional information and how the numbers work, or giving them small tasks like fetching a bag of lettuce to introduce little bouts of independence. So many ways to learn about the world and how to live in it being ripped away from them because their parents are lazy. Listen. Like, honestly, how often would you read labels just to read labels or learn about nutritional information? Like, what the fuck? Be realist, just a little bit. But I'm right there with you because their parents are lazy. But come on, man, these are not
me?
they're not too strong arguments. My brother was an iPad kid. Now he's a teen, straight up addicted to screen and can't concentrate. So I don't know, bro. You're gonna get the same thing with LLMs, right? Some kids are growing right now with these models. They're gonna offload their cognitive workload to the LLMs. This is gonna be pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Had this child not been given an iPad and a pair of headphones, then she would have acted exactly like that kid at the beginning of the video, would she have not? Because that's what I'm getting. Yeah, so that's not parenting. That is
Nah, man, you. Oh, that's what we had. That's what my mom had. Yeah, because she didn't.
is just distracting kids so that they're not actually being taught how to behave in public. And it is a detriment to their development because there were people in the comment section saying that this is exactly how their younger siblings were raised when they were kids. And now that they're a little older and they're teenagers now, they're addicted to screens and will throw a tantrum in public.
I mean, they have their dopamine receptors all fucked up because of that, right? People used to do it with drugs. Normal people used to do it with drugs. Now it's stupid ass phone, and they're all the same too. What's the point?
Like they are 6 years old when it's taken from them. And that is why it is so
Well, also, I mean, the parenting was felt throughout, right? So if they're raised like that because they have to be kept calm and you never correct it, why is there any surprise that a fucking teenager is going to be addicted to its phone? What do you mean?
extremely important that you do not raise your kids like this because that's just a temporary solution. It's not actually solving the problem.
iPad kids are
It's not a temporary solution. It's creating a whole new problem.
breaking new ground. I saw one of them watching the most fascinating, befuddling thing I have ever seen. It was a split screen where one side of the screen was watching a highly stylized animated movie about a caveman and a bear, and the other side of the screen was the same movie 3 seconds before.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That, honestly, to me, it feels like with the way that I see them interact with the technology, the best guess I can give right here is that this little stupid ass got stuck in the split view, and was most likely just unable to get out. I don't know.
I come from the era of Subway Surfers and Family Guy on the bottom of the screen. This is a new level. They're breaking new ground.
This
I'm sure he was just unable to undo what the mistake that was made.
is exactly what the infinite spam of these Family Guy / Subway Surfer YouTube shorts have done to the younger generation's minds. They have relied on something always constantly being on screen while they're watching their TV shows or their movies, but they also want to fix their attention span while still having something on screen at the exact same time. And that is literally just the same movie playing just.
What if it was VR? Out of sync VR. I don't know.
3 seconds behind so that they can never miss what's happening in the storyline. So they want to have their cake and they want to eat it too without realizing that this is just
Where the fuck does that expression come from? Why wouldn't you want to eat the cake that you got? The fuck?
further damaging their attention spans. So really, they're just that image of a snake stuck eating itself. Because now you've gotten yourself used to watching movies like that.
I want the rebels to know that I'm alive.
Okay, but did she look it up? Did somebody do that on purpose, or is it like, is it a new trend?
I want
Now I'm
the rebels
curious.
to know that I'm alive. Where the capital just bought the District 8. Where the capital just bought the hospital. Women, children, men.
So what is most likely, that somebody's doing that on purpose, or they just fucked up something and they don't know how to undo it?
Women, no survivors, children. There will be no survivors. If you think for 1 second that the capital will ever treat us fairly, 1 second that the capital will ever treat us fairly, because we know who they are. To yourself and what they do, because we know who they.
I mean, you know what's coming up, and you remember what just happened, so win, win, win.
Is what they do. And what they do. We must fight back.
Look at that. It fucking works. It works. It works.
Is
It
what
just
they
works.
do. And we must fight back.
And when someone asked why this is happening, someone else responded perfectly. Attention span is so low in children exposed to iPads during early development that they
Bro, this has to be a guess, right? What is this based on?
need this to both focus on the movie and not forget what happened 3 seconds beforehand. But this is just no way to watch a movie. You can't appreciate the cinematography. You can't let the weight of
Come on, man. Why not? Why wouldn't they be enjoying the cinematography double than what normal people enjoy? They didn't catch something for the first time, that's fine, that's normal. They can always go back and rewatch the movie, or they can research the meaning of a specific scene or line of dialogue to help themselves understand. They don't need that instant gratification in every single aspect of their lives. Okay, I need to look it up because this. Why the fuck? Jesus Christ. What have I done? New report has revealed how children and teenagers are watching online videos, often watching 2 clips simultaneously while via split screening and favoring short dramatic videos that require little focus. 96% of children aged 3 to 17, what this is so stupid, 3 is written as a word and 17 as numbers. To 17, watch videos on videos. Well, 50. Man, we don't. This number increasing to 80%. Man, we don't care about that. The split screen. All right. Revealed that the trend of split screening, which allows 2 videos to be watched at once, was on the rise among children aged. Again, the fuck? What is this? Split screen social media posts allow children to watch more than one short form video simultaneously on a single stream. Nothing new here. Sometimes the two split screen videos watched by children and teens were related, such as influencers reacting and offering an opinion on real world events. Yo, honestly, the chance, I mean, that would be so stupid. This doesn't make sense. I get it. I get it, okay? Having the split screen and watching two different things, 100%. 100%. It makes sense. And this, I haven't even thought about that. Watching, let's say you watch a video and you watch a reaction video to the video that you're watching, but you're watching you're watching both at the same time and you watch yours a bigger. Like maybe some people don't like the overlay that I have right here, so it could make sense here. So okay, yeah, 100% brain rot here. People, they shouldn't do that. It dumbs people down. But watching the same thing twice with a delay, I doubt that.
Of some scenes impact you as much as they would because you're just letting it repeat and echo in your ear not even 3 seconds later, and most of the time you can rarely even see what's even going on in the moment because it's always cut off or split in the middle. So this actually has the opposite effect because now that kids are relying on echo watching to ingest movies, they're not going to be
What? Echo watching. Yeah, I mean, good for you if you're trying to coin a new expression, but it doesn't seem like this is.
able to watch a movie any
Is
other
there?
way in the future. When they go for a theatrical release, they're not going to like what's happening on screen because it's not the echo watching that they're used to. And that is terrifying. Then in this TikTok, a mother uploads a video that says, Chuck E. Cheese has officially entered the digital era and it kills me.
What do you
There
mean
are
by that?
screens everywhere you turn. A lot of fast cuts, like TikTok vibes. The old school trampoline now side by side with the screen addiction bait was jarring and all of the analog treats were gone. There used to be a camera here with
Know your market.
instant photos. And let's peep the showroom. My heart
Jesu
sank.
madre.
The old school animatronic show is gone, fully
I mean, why would they have animatronics? That's so expensive. It is such a gimmick, and now you have the characters, and they're just gonna show on TV. That makes sense.
replaced by loud and overwhelming screens. There's a big old screen display on the floor with bright colors and attention-stealing
That's pretty dope.
graphics, and I'm sure I sound like a negative Nancy right now, but this place defined my childhood of
I mean, that is so dope. That is so freaking dope. It's the party room. Why wouldn't you have a fucking full blown TV in the floor in the party room?
in real life play. Now I can barely get my kids' attention because they're being pulled in by screens at every turn. It's just commercials on commercials. The only saving grace was a couple of old school games, but there's no more physical tickets. It's all digitized. Don't get me wrong, my kids had a blast, but
Yeah, but I mean, these are all things that cost money. This is more effective. It makes sense.
I left feeling conflicted. And it's not even the fact that they're blatantly and unashamedly trying to get these kids as addicted to screens as they possibly can so that they can eventually replace everything in our lives with a screen in the near future and make everything that we all already know how to use to be completely obsolete so that it's so much easier to control all of us. But let me not get into that conspiracy right now. What bothers me the most about
Oh boy. Why would they need to put TVs where children are engaging in activities, games that literally contradicts the entire point of going to a family-friendly arcade? It's also overstimulating. You aren't being a negative Nancy. You are drawing attention to a serious issue that will only get worse if not spoken about. Technological literacy is great, but when a place is about play, interacting with others, and celebrating fun, the screens everywhere you look are not necessary. I mean, where do you draw the line? You guys are talking about an arcade where the games have screens, so. And then by extension, how many jobs are being taken from people who used to produce these things from Chucky? Come on, man. Honestly, do you think that. I'm sorry. All right, let's have a quick look. What's it called? Animatronics. That's a long ass sentence. No way. Okay, so they were primarily manufactured in-house by Pizza Time Theater Inc. in California during the early years, with later models components produced by outside firms, including Riordanco and Kinetics Group, and Corman and Associates. No, well, she's got a point there. She's got a big point there. But the thing is that is super expensive, and it wasn't all that popular back then. It's even less now.
Chuck E. Cheese doing this is that they're sacrificing millions of childhoods and the magic within them just to cut costs. Like, I can almost guarantee.
Yes. This is what's happening everywhere. No surprise here.
You that the CEO of Chuck E. Cheese was smiling, just beaming, grinning from ear to ear when they realized that they will no longer have to pay for animatronics to be produced and serviced throughout the year. They don't have to pay to get tickets printed. They don't have to pay for the equipment to produce the stage show.
Yeah, but isn't Chuck E. Cheese a franchise? Chuck E. Cheese operates as a franchise in addition to having corporate-owned locations, so you get a bit of a mix. So yeah, it would be understandable that the barrier of entry is lowered. I mean, that's good, right? That means that more people can own Chuck E. Cheese's and make kids happy. It's not too bad.
They don't have to pay for as many machines for kids to play on.
Yeah, that's the whole point, right? So it's not too bad.
because the kids are too distracted by all of the TV screens everywhere playing their ads to make them more money, and they've taken the instant picture printing taken away. So now they no longer also have to pay for cameras or the film. They are richer than ever because everything has been replaced with a screen, and they know it'll work because kids are already addicted to them. So it's not like they're complaining. And other kid-friendly environments will see how much cost cutting they're actually getting away with, and this will start a global trend where screens is all what's available to kids, just so that these companies can save their millions of dollars. And it genuinely pains my soul.
I mean, if something else was going to make more money, they would do it. They know their market, they know their clientele. It's just stop going, stop having iPad kids. It's gonna change.
To know that even when they're not at Chuck E. Cheese having their brains fried by screens, they're still having their brains fried by screens at the dinner table when
Listen, it doesn't. It's not as bad. Oh, hold on. What?
eating with their families. Because
Yeah, but that's the parents' responsibilities, right? If you were talking about the those same TVs that they put everywhere, and you're eating, I mean, it's not too bad. You can turn your kids. It's fine. But now it's on the parents. It's on the parents, and because they had convenience early on, when their kids, their children have are supposed to be more mature throughout the teens and everything, they're gonna see the impact of what they've done, and I hope everybody regrets it really, really bad.
in this disturbing ass video, this person recorded the fact that at every single table surrounding them, there was a child on an iPad. Why?
Yo, that's gross. This is also a testament to how much of a joke modern parenting has become. Because if your child is acting up in a restaurant, giving them an iPad and a pair of headphones to make them happy isn't the answer. You gotta beat the shit out of them. Discipline is, there you go. Don't be afraid to threaten. No, you gotta pull up the belt. No dessert and early bedtime or threatening to take a toy, screen time from them. I mean, these are good ideas, better than what I recalled.
Are people raising children this way? You are failing them already. Every single adult sitting at these tables are happily eating and conversing with each other without a screen. And they don't want their children to be included at all. While this could possibly be a core memory,
It used to be like that back then too, right? I don't think, yeah. I mean, there hasn't been much changes in that regard, but the impact of what they used to avoid it, that's colorful.
for them in the future when they're older, you know, like reminiscing on the wholesome chaos that is family dinner.
They're not going to be able to reminisce because the part in the brain that is used to remember is just a big sludge, and doesn't work.
Night by having them participate in discussions with their family members or giving them a coloring map so they can still occupy themselves while being present with their family in the moment by being able to hear everything that's going on instead of giving that to their children. The mothers and the fathers are happily handing this technology over to them just so that they'll shut up and stay still. Guys, you are turning these kids into the
Yeah, I got
Walking
that song
Dead.
too.
All of the memories that they will have from their childhoods will be YouTube
I don't know where it's
videos
clipped, though.
and TikTok sounds. That's the only thing they're going to be able to remember.
Yes, because the part in the brain that remembers is just going to be a big sludge shit.
Why would you want that for your kid?
Here's another episode of Mommy on Board. Can't tell you how many times I hear that phrase.
Bro, what? No.
Hoop, the smart smart basketball hoop. You need a gift idea that gets your kids off the couch and out of your hair. Hoops got you covered. So this thing is so dope. It literally tells them how many shots they made, gives them drills, and they can even play with kids from other states. It'll have them learning, competing, and totally wearing themselves out. I call that a win-win. Comes with this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. If I was in bad faith, there's so much electronics I could do like that. Look at this shit.
Its own remote, and look at all of these apps that it comes
Oh no. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
with. I'm sorry, but I'm going to take the dub on this one because this is the gift of the year.
This thing is
Oh shit. Okay, say it.
$1,000. I am
Oh shit. Oh man. I noticed the press just as she was about to say it. Holy shit. How are kids who dream of being in the NBA ever supposed to become fantastic players if they're being distracted by YouTube playing on the hoop the entire time? They'll be too scared to dunk the ball because they don't want to smash the screen. And they'll straight up just be way too invested in whatever video they're watching and just stand there instead of playing the game. That's a good point. That's a good point. But I mean, this is not a dunking basket. This is akin to those very cheap hoops you would buy for the office. This is pretty gross. This is pretty gross. Fucking $1,000 for a child. $64 reviews.
I'm not exaggerating. So instead of just buying the regular, timeless, reliable, and affordable basketball hoop for your child so that they can play outside and not
Yeah, I mean there's a little bit more commitment to that, and you can't do it all the time. You know.
spend even more time on yet another screen in their bedroom, you would rather spend $1,000 on a smart hoop with a screen. For what purpose? What? Because you
Well, it's pretty dope, right? But that's also immensely stupid.
can watch YouTube on it. They have YouTube on the
Yo, Hulu, Amazon Prime, that's gross.
goddamn TV and the goddamn computers and
Like because they have their own terms and of service and privacy policies, right? So what about what they collect, right? What about the information that they collect? What does that have to do in relation to all these sensors that are inside of this device? Would you be comfortable with another thing? So this hoop, there's 64 reviews, right? I can guarantee to you that there's no chance that they've invested in proper security, either for the operating system, the applications, all of it, hardware. It has to be shit. I can guarantee you. So you're gonna have this device connected to the internet inside of your child's room. It has a camera, it has sensors. What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to give you 1 second to take a guess. It's going to be hacked. This is not protected. People are going to find that they're able to connect to it and have access to the camera. This happened with the AI cameras from Flock, which is a security company or whatever the fuck. Cities, municipalities, they've invested in those cameras, and these cameras have had this specific issue. And you're gonna tell me that this stupid ass, cheap Chinese shit, money making scheme is going to be so secure to have a fucking camera put inside of your child's bedroom? Like, have some common sense, just a little bit, you know? Not a lot, just a little bit.
Their goddamn phones that you all shove into their hands from the moment they're born. So why do they need yet another screen for them to watch YouTube on? When is enough?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not the main purpose. So this is not like too crazy of an argument. It's supposed to be a toy that makes them move, and the screen part here is like meeting them halfway, right? It's like, yes, it has a screen, but it's a toy that's meant to be physical or like a minimum active, as opposed to just not moving.
Enough. Is there a limit? I don't think there is. Can you guys just let these
Sorry.
kids do a single activity or a single task in their lives that doesn't include a screen? Jesus Christ, the amount of screen time these kids are getting is just beyond scary. It's not even a joke anymore. Let them breathe for a second, guys. Yeah? I mean, it's getting so bad to the point where these kids just automatically assume.
Oh man, one of the actual saddest things that I have ever seen. We're gonna have to see that right now. Just real quick. I think this is it. Look at this. All right. Swiping, swiping. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, this. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. So she's so used to doing that same action on an iPad, and now she's trying to do it in a magazine. Poor children. Poor them. They don't know. They're probably are gonna be too stupid to understand what their parents did. Thankfully.
Are you going to go over the unofficial job?
Nope. Sorry.
They can scroll and tap on literally everything because of how early on in their development that iPhones and iPads and touchscreen
that's
technology in
bad.
general are being used. So they don't know anything more than doing that and can't even conceptualize a laptop anymore. That is how inefficient these kids are becoming.
Well, hold on. Conceptualize a laptop anymore. I mean, this is a child still developing, so give them a chance. But I mean, it just speaks to the fact that we're cooked.
Due to this mind-numbing technology. Guys, we are at a point where kids are becoming so stupid due to their own.
People are stupid. I'm so happy I'm not the only one saying it. Everybody's so silly.
overuse of technology thanks to their parents, to the point where older generations now have to teach the younger generation.
Oh my god, this is gonna be. I mean, I haven't had the chance to interact too much with people like that in the workplace. Hopefully, it's going to take a while before I see anybody because it does take some technical knowledge um, for IT. But damn, I know that these are going to be the people who are going to keep society going, whatever is left of it.
How to use it, when back in my day it was the reverse. Younger generations had to teach older generations how to use it because
Okay, but there's something here because there's actually there's both, right? So people older, they didn't know anything because they hadn't had technology for most of their life, right? So late game tech, really bad with it. There's a period of time where people grew up with it as it was developing. So they have a good understanding of file systems and, basic things. And afterwards, you have people that learn with the iPad or when social networks were already predominant in the internet. There wasn't anything left much then. Everything had been sanitized, everything had been made an app on a tablet. So there's no need to understand what's around it. So people used to be too old for it, and now younger they don't understand it because they made it so user friendly. So there's the less friction possible, and that makes it that people they just don't know what it is, they don't understand it, and we have to show them.
that is how it is supposed to be. And people think that this is good for us. Okay, pal. Okay. This is just a tiny glimpse into
Yeah, just so you know, the same people right now, the older your parents and all of them, they used to tell us don't fall for what you see on the internet, and now they're the ones falling for the stupidest shit. The AI videos, they all think it's real. It is unbelievable the way that everything flipped over. People will be as lazy as they are able to, and that's pretty impressive.
the future of how utterly helpless these kids are going to be because all they know is scrolling and tapping and scrolling and tapping.
What's your favorite cartoon?
YouTube. I watch YouTube.
No, cartoon.
Cartoon?
Mm-hmm. You don't watch cartoons?
What are cartoons?
Damn, what? I'm not that old.
Is it like when they have ads?
What? You ain't never seen Tom and Jerry? Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. Hey Arnold, you ain't never seen Disney Channel? Max and Ruby.
What?
Ruby and Max.
Nope.
But we that old? I got gray hairs.
YouTube content is terrible slop, and cartoons have an entire team of people creating them to ensure they are valuable. Even if some are just silly, they also have lessons for kids in every single episode of a cartoon. Cartoons are the reason
I mean, this is another can of worms. Uh, maybe on PBS. Because cartoons were initially made as fucking ads, full blown ads. Look up Transformers. What came out first? Or is it Transformers? I mean, these. The Transformer toys came out first. How about that? How about that? You know why? Because taking advantage of people, taking advantage of children, taking advantage of everything, trying to make as much money as possible, exploiting and destroying everything around them, has been going for so fucking long. You don't, I mean, I want to say you don't have an idea because, I mean, here I can just add a little bit of context, but I guess most people do not have an idea of how shitty they are and how shitty they've been. Do you understand what I'm saying? Cartoons that you cherish right now, they weren't made for you to cherish. They were made to sell you toys. Everything is just so much more insidious than you that what seems at first glance.
Create comic books. They inspired me to make stories and animations of my own. I can't imagine growing up on just YouTube, only with no cartoons.
This is what something being alien to you is, right? You don't understand it. You can try your best, you will not be able to understand it. That's why there's always generation gaps and the different ways of seeing things. I can't imagine growing up on just YouTube only with no cartoons. Well, that's fine. They are growing that way. This is what is happening. If your brain is entertained, if your parents they shove you in front of that, and you just watch that, what's the point of cartoons? What are you talking about? That thing that you had to see Saturday morning? The thing that, wasn't on whenever you wanted it? That's the thing that you want them to have? Why would they ever want that? You got YouTube, which is always on and always there and always has what you want. And again, cartoons were made to sell toys.
I can't imagine growing up on just YouTube only with no cartoons. I cannot stress to you guys enough about how true that comment is for a variety of reasons. The most concerning being that a 10-year
These parents are gladly allowing their kids to be so ignorant to the world. Okay, I'm sorry. Allowing their kids to be so ignorant to the world around them and aren't bothering to make sure their children enjoy age appropriate content on TV. Makes me sick to see how lazy they've become. I mean, then again, the distinction I think here is important because content on TV versus content on YouTube is a little different. These parents are gladly allowing their kids to be so ignorant to the world around them and aren't bothering to make sure their children enjoy. Yeah, I mean that's what's written here. It doesn't matter because I mean there are good things, there are okay things. I keep moving the mic. I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Everybody's fucking lazy. But also, how do you not know what a cartoon is when you have the internet at your fingertips? There's such a failure on the parents' behalf for not encouraging any other activities and just letting them scroll endlessly. I mean, you gotta give him a chance, right? I'm pretty sure at that boy's age, there was a lot of things you did not know and did not understand of the world, right? Like cartoons, right? Are you talking about drawings? Are you talking about 3D models? Because I remember a bunch of 3D models cartoons, right? So I'm pretty sure he's seen. Well, I don't want to say I'm actually unsure. I actually have absolutely no idea. But what I can tell is that YouTube slop, there's all of it, right? You got drawings, you got live action, people, and you got models as well. So there's good chances that he's seeing something that you would refer to as a cartoon, and he does not understand that it would be classified as a cartoon as well. There's good chances that that is the case. So don't go too hard on this poor little boy. It's their parents' fault.
Year-old child doesn't
And also, I mean, there's so many. You could live a fulfilling life without seeing cartoons. There's such an arbitrary bar, or I don't know.
know what a cartoon is. Like, that means this child has never once in his entire life ever been exposed to the concept of a cartoon.
So yeah, that's what I mean. So this is very harsh. This is like a big ass assumption.
He's never heard the word or read that word. And I can't even begin to express how terrifying that is. Cartoons.
Doesn't matter if you saw a painting and you weren't able to say that it was like a postmodernism, or it was cubism, or any other shit, or you read something and you weren't able to articulate that it was a certain genre of literature. It doesn't mean that you weren't exposed to it. So this is a little harsh. It's a little too harsh in my opinion.
Are still being produced
As
to
an
this very
argument.
day. So the fact that they are so ignorant to anything else but short form content makes me feel a pit in my stomach. And this is why I also hate streaming services, because Cartoon
What do you mean by that?
Network isn't even on Foxtel anymore. All of their shows are now on.
What do you mean Foxtel? Is that a British channel? Is that a British Oh shit. I'm sorry. Are you Australian? Are you Australian? Well, I apologize.
Streaming. So of course a child doesn't know what a cartoon is if their parent is always using Netflix to watch what they want and it's never on live television.
I mean, if they have Netflix, they must have seen a cartoon. Do you see what I'm saying?
So that they can watch Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon when their parents are at
I mean,
work or run.
what? Watching TV all day? I mean, I understand your frustration, but sometimes I feel like the arguments that you make are just a little off.
Running an errand. And that's why they don't know what a cartoon is, because of streaming services
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to bash more on it. I don't think it's a good argument.
and short form video platforms. Secondly, as that commenter pointed out, cartoons teach kids lessons about life. For example,
I mean, that's what you get when you generalize, right? Not all cartoons do that. Yeah, that's it.
simple. In season 6 of SpongeBob, which aired in 2008, Squidward tells SpongeBob to be more normal and less like himself. So he does exactly that and changes everything about himself that made him him. He
It was still a sponge, right?
changes his demeanor. He changes the way he presents himself. He changes the way he talks. He changes
Well, he's still a sponge, right? So
the way he makes food, and he changes the way he lives his life to try and be just like everyone else, just like Squidward said. But when he does this, his life actually gets worse. People don't like him anymore, and he actually ends up losing his dream job. It is literally trying to tell kids, hey, be yourself always. Don't ever change for other people just because they tell you to. Keep being your awesome self. And if people don't like that, they can kick rocks. How
but she has to make the argument, right? Because I mean, if everything goes bad for him while trying to normalize himself, wouldn't that make it so that
Where else are they going to learn that lesson? Where else are they going to learn it? They're not going to learn it on the internet because this place is the most negative place on planet Earth. It's filled with hatred all the time. And lastly, they're right.
Did I not get that right?
He changes the way he lives his life to try and be just like everyone else, just like Squidward said. But when he does this, his life actually gets worse. People don't like him anymore, and he actually ends up losing his dream job. It is literally trying to tell kids, hey, be yourself always. Don't ever
That's the part that I misunderstood.
change for other people just because they tell you to. Keep being your awesome self. And if people don't like
Sorry about
that, they can kick rocks. How else are they going to learn that lesson? Where else are they going to learn it? They're not going to learn it on the internet because this place is the most negative place on planet Earth. It's filled with hatred all the time. And lastly, they're right.
Yeah, but not all TV shows have good morals either. The comments under this video made me feel like I was crazy. This is not growing. This is not evolving. This is not good change. Why are we upset about this? We grow as generation grows and evolves. Change is good. Facts. They don't wait a week for watch a new episode. I hated that. Delayed gratification teaches you patience, gives you something to look forward to, and makes for a much more memorable viewing experience. Listen, I went through that and I can't handle delayed gratification properly. So
If kids aren't being introduced to things like cartoons, then entire industries will die within the next 50 years or
man, this is too big of a statement. It's
so. Because if they don't watch cartoons, they'll never unlock the desire to draw pictures of favorite characters, or experiment with animation, or attempt voice acting, or write their own stories. Which means there might come a time in a few decades where cartoons just fully cease to exist because
I mean, that's a stretch, right? Do you count anime as cartoons? It's a little bit of a stretch.
of technology being so heavily prioritized during childhood to shut them up so that they never ever discover cartoons. And that is extremely
A little bit of a stretch.
depressing.
We are a family of 6 and we are raising a bunch of iPad kids. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all of our electronic devices in our house to make you feel a little bit better about yours. My 2-year-old's iPad, my 5-year-old's iPad and his AAC, my
2-year-old iPad, yeah. Holy fuck.
7-year-old's iPad, my 10-year-old's iPad and his iPhone. How many TVs do
At 10.
we have? We have 9 TVs throughout the entire house.
A 2-year-old with an iPad.
Yep, that is insane.
What the hell has happened to our society? I cannot think of one singular reason as to why a child that young would need an iPad. They can't read, write, or understand really anything that's going on around them. And you're already shoving a screen into their face. We are literally screwed, and there is no coming back from this. The damage has already been done. When my siblings and I were kids, do you know what technology we had? A gaming console that we all shared, and that's it. So I can criticize these children all I want for their incompetence, but whose fault is it? Their goddamn millennial and Gen Z parents who happily encourage and enable
Yo, you best believe if your parents they had access to that, they would have done the same shit.
this behavior.
The proof is that everybody's doing it.
And then you keep going, right? Okay. Oh, you'll never get the K. You'll never get the K.
Okay, you're not even holding the pencil normal. Be serious. There's like 8 fucking different ways to hold a pen. Okay, this is low IQ take. Forget cursive. Do school not teach how to hold a pen either? Weak. The fuck? That's weak. The argument here is buy a fucking book and do it inside of on real paper. Feel the connection that your brain is going to do while you write it as you scratch the paper. These things, they're gonna stay more because you're gonna get a feel, you're gonna get a sensation, you're gonna get different, you're gonna get a feedback. And look at this shit, man. The thing that they have, there's ads at the bottom, fucking $25 probably for some outdoor shit. This is probably the dad's iPad or the mom's iPad. There seems to be like some gardening shit in the back here, I would say. So, do you know what do you understand what I mean? Just buy a real book, have them practice on real paper. Like, that is the argument to be made. Holding the pen, get the fuck out.
Let's see if we can do a cube, bro.
How is that poorly held? Honestly, so stupid.
No, that's a G. See, go boom, go back like that. There, yes, that was it.
Also, everybody should learn and practice cursive. AI is unable to handle cursive, so this is how we're gonna survive.
You see what I mean? This parent.
You as a parent should be fixing this. You should be helping them gain this skill. Why are you laughing? This just proves how much the education system is also failing these kids nowadays by not making cursive a mandatory skill anymore. I agree.
Parent is laughing at her child not being able to write in cursive, despite that being.
Yeah, because I mean, everybody does that. Most of the people do that. They fall at the shortcoming of their children, but in actuality, they don't realize that it's their own shortcomings.
An expectation for their age group. You, as a parent, are laughing at your child not being able to perform at the level they should be. Oh! It's getting spooky. And she's laughing about her child learning how to write on an iPad with an Apple pen instead of giving him a real ink pen and a sheet of A4 paper to practice on instead. This is why these kids are getting worse at an extremely rapid rate. Because rather than being incredibly concerned that their kids can't do anything, like parents have always been, the parents of today think it's just hilarious.
Nah. I'm not there with you.
How their kids can't do anything by themselves that the parents were able to do at their age. It's just a jolly good show, isn't it?
Nah, honestly, I've had girlfriends who told me things about the relationships with their mother, and they will laugh at your shortcomings. There's people like that everywhere, all the time, no matter.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Mwah! I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in...
I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. All right, so this is the second time I watch a video of hers, and I'm just so confused. The big lines, she has them right, or it feels like, you know, we're aligned. We have like the same opinion, but some of the arguments that she makes for it, I feel like sometimes they're a little weak, but who gives a fuck? She has a super fun personality. She's super cool.